What's the one thing that truly makes or breaks any team? It's not just about talent, and it's definitely not about resources. It's this invisible force, an architecture that dictates how we all interact. So let's dive into this often overlooked but absolutely crucial element of success.
So what is this invisible force I'm talking about? It's not some technical skill you can learn or a specific methodology you can implement. Nope, it's something way more fundamental. Something that really determines whether a brilliant team is going to soar or just stumble.
The answer is respect. But hold on, not the kind of formal, polite respect we're often taught. We're talking about something much deeper here. It's the simple acceptance and valuation of another person as an equal. And this has absolutely nothing to do with their salary, their title, or what they've achieved. It's based entirely on their inherent value just for being human.
And this is a pretty profound shift in mindset. We often think of respect as something that has to be earned, right? But this framework suggests it's the default setting, a recognition of our shared humanity that we should extend to everyone, right from the very start.
Okay, so why is this such a big deal? Well, it's because respect is directly tied to the single most important ingredient in any kind of collaborative effort, and that's trust. Let's really explore how these two are just completely intertwined.
I mean, think of any strong relationship you have, whether it's professional or personal. At its absolute base, what do you find? Trust. It's the solid ground you build everything else on. Without it, nothing stable can ever last. It's the essential starting point.
So if trust is that solid foundation, then respect is the entire structure. It's the beams, the walls, the whole design that makes it both functional and, frankly, beautiful. Respect is what gives shape and strength to trust. It's what makes a relationship not just possible, but really, really powerful.
And look, the stakes here are really high. When you have respect, relationships are stable. They're even synergistic. But without it, that foundation of trust just crumbles into a need for control and micromanagement. The key takeaway is this: when genuine respect is in the room, collaboration stops feeling like work and becomes almost effortless.
So this really all comes down to a choice between two very different ways of seeing the world and the people in it. You can either operate from a place of equality, or you can operate from a place of ego. Let's break down what that actually looks like.
So on one side, you've got the path of respect. It sees the inherent equality in every single person, which naturally builds harmony and encourages cooperation. But on the other side is differentiation. This is what happens when we judge people based on external stuff, right? Like their job title, their performance metrics, or even just how they look. And that path, well, it inevitably creates competition, it inflates egos, and ultimately it just breeds resentment. Which path you choose dictates the entire culture of a team.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like in practice? Let's take a look at how this plays out in the real world, from a software team all the way to a research lab. All right, for anyone in tech, here's a powerful metaphor for you. A load balancer distributes network traffic to make sure no single server gets overwhelmed. Well, respect does the exact same thing for a team. It makes sure every single person, every node in the system, gets the attention and value they deserve. It allows the whole system to function smoothly.
And you really see this everywhere. In a software project, it means the star coder's voice isn't automatically seen as more important than the detail-oriented testers. In a lab, it's about acknowledging that the lead scientist's amazing work depends entirely on the meticulous prep work done by the assistants. And in a big corporation, it's about engineers genuinely valuing the contributions of the sales, marketing, and support teams. That's where the magic really happens.
So it's one thing to know how important this is, but actually practicing it, that's another story. The good news is, it doesn't require some grand gesture. It's really built through small, consistent, and totally actionable behaviors.
Here's a simple toolkit for you. First, just listen. I mean, truly listen. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Second, watch your tone. Sarcasm might feel like a small cut, but it erodes trust over time. Third, recognize the effort, not just the final outcome. Praising hard work, even if the result wasn't a home run, shows you value the person, not just their output. And finally, remember that everyone learns differently. Patience is an incredibly powerful form of respect.
Now, this is a really crucial pivot. The ability to genuinely offer respect to other people. It often starts from within. I mean, it's incredibly difficult to value others as equals if you don't first value yourself.
And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Insecurity is so often the root of disrespect.
When you are confident in your own abilities and you're comfortable with your own limitations, you have absolutely no need to put other people down to lift yourself up. True self-respect is what fuels a culture of mutual respect.
So let's boil all of this down to its most essential point. What's the one key takeaway here?
True respect isn't about using polite language or following social etiquette. That's just formality. Real respect is a genuine state of understanding. It's an internal belief that every single person has equal worth. It's a mindset, not just a set of actions.
And I want to leave you with this thought. We often celebrate these brilliant minds that can optimize systems and perfect processes. But the truly great ones, the ones who build things that actually last, they understand that the human system is the most complex and important one of all. They respect the people just as much as they respect the process. So the question is, are you engineering for human success